Dr. Mwigulu Lameck Nchemba, Minister for Finance and Planning, honorable ministers and deputy ministers from both Tanzania, mainland and Zanzibar with us here, permanent secretaries and deputy permanent secretaries, Your Excellency Manfredo Fanti, European Union Ambassador to the United Republic of Tanzania, Excellencies Ambassadors from the European Union Member States, Your Excellency Cedric Merel, EU Head of Cooperation to the United Republic of Tanzania, Governor of the Central Bank of Tanzania, Madam Rose Senyamule, Dodoma Regional Commissioner. I've seen some district commissioners here with us from the Dodoma region. Thank you for coming. I also acknowledge the presence of security organs from Dodoma region. Thank you for coming. Representatives from the private sector and civil society organizations, religious leaders, government officials, members of the press, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is another great day for Tanzania, and indeed a great pleasure for me to be invited to this important event to witness the signing of 3 financial agreements between the government of the United Republic of Tanzania and the European Union in support of our national budget. I humbly wish to express my profound appreciation to Your Excellency Ambassador Manfredo Fanti, the Minister for Finance and Planning, Dr. Mwigulu Lameck, and the teams from the European Union and the government of the United Republic of Tanzania that made this event a reality and a successful one. This grant will significantly contribute to an accelerated implementation of development programs in our country. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, during my visit to Brussels in February last year, 2022, I had a chance to engage in discussion with the President of the European Commission, Her Excellency Ursula von der Leyen. I'm delighted that one of the outcomes of that visit was the formulation of programs which have triggered this second disbursement of 46.11 million euro, following the first disbursement of 21 million euro dished out in June last year. The disbursed fund will be directed to policy reforms, as it has been already said, and sector development in the areas of blue economy, finance growth, gender, green and smart city, promotion of digitalization sector, as well as improvement of rural roads in the Southern Highlands region. Your Excellency Ambassador Manfredo Fanti, kindly convey our gratitude to Her Excellency Ursula von der Leyen for this big support. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, for decades, the European Union has been one of our strategic partners in development and an inspiration in our quest to pursue progress and prosperity for our people. This is testified by the amount of financial support that has been extended to Tanzania. That has been extended to Tanzania since the signing of the first partnership agreement between the European Union and African, Caribbean, and Pacific states in 1975. So far, Tanzania has received about 2.3 billion or million euros, which is equivalent to 5.9 trillion shillings as grants, and a huge amount of money on loans, but concession loans, not commercial loans, from the European Investment Bank. So these funds have been instrumental in the implementation of various strategic development programs in Tanzania, including the formulation of macroeconomic and social or sectoral policies, development of roads and air transport, improvement of energy and agriculture sectors, environment and climate change, just to mention a few. These are projects implemented under the Cotonou Partnership Agreement, CPA, of which the government of the United Republic of Tanzania considers with high regard. We say thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we recently have witnessed the signing of 3 programs under EU-Tanzania Annual Action Plan 2022. And these programs include Blue Economy, and the amount of funds have been said, Finance for Growth, and Cooperation Facility, of which each one has certain amount of funds, a big chunk of funds actually. We have had the details of the programs during the remarks by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Finance and Planning. I wish to take this opportunity to commend the commitment made by the EU as our key development partner to these programs, and efforts made by both government experts and EU delegation that have culminated the signing of these agreements. The disbursement made as a grant to the government coffers is fully aligned with the strategic sectoral and Tanzanian development plans, particularly the National 5-Year Development Plan 3, Tanzania Development Vision 2025, and the Zanzibar Development Vision 2050. The programs will also complement the theme for the financial year 2023-2024 as adopted by the East African Community, which says accelerating economic recovery, climate change adaptation and mitigation, and enhancing productive sectors for improved livelihoods. So exactly the amount of money dispersed to Tanzanian government is going to accelerate those things and going in line with the East African Community theme for this financial year. Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, earlier today I had a chance to meet His Excellency Ambassador Manfredo Fanti, who is about to end his tour of duty as the head of EU delegation to Tanzania. We very much appreciate his outstanding leadership. He really did a good job. During his tenure, great strides have been made towards promotion, strengthening, and deepening relations and cooperation between the United Republic of Tanzania and the European Union. It is also gratifying to note that during his tenure, the amount of trade between Tanzania and EU has nearly doubled from $1.3 billion in 2019 to $2.1 billion in 2022, accounting for about 10% of the total trade in 2022. It is also worth mentioning that the improved cooperation has witnessed an increase in number of tourists from the European Union from 362,393 in 2019 to 449,200 in 2022. And this accounts about 31% of the total visitors in 2022. We also note with appreciation that the organized Tanzania-EU Political Dialogue and Tanzania-EU Business Forum of February 2023 have paved the way for Tanzania's business community to the global economy. Before, it wasn't possible, but now the business community can go as far as they can. On another stride, as a result of the political dialogue held in February 2023, the window for the European Peace Facility has been opened for Tanzania in a bid to support peace operations and preventing terrorism across the region. That's another window opened for Tanzania. With all these achievements, it is indeed a great pleasure, and it was indeed a great pleasure, working with Ambassador Fanti, with the European Union team, in strengthening Tanzania-EU relations. We wish Ambassador Fanti the best of luck in his future endeavors, and please continue to be a good ambassador of Tanzania. Thank you so much. During our discussion, he left me with 5 issues to consider, and they are regional and national. And I promised and pledged my commitment that I'm going to work on those 5 issues. I also wish to let him go with my 3 requests. Number 1, Tanzania is implementing the Building a Better Tomorrow program for youth and women in agriculture. So we are expecting to use the Tanzania Agricultural Development Bank and the Tanzania Investment Bank to fund the youth and women involved in these projects. So my humble request is for the EU to consider the addition of 2 other banks, the Tanzanian Agricultural Development Bank and the Tanzania Investment Bank, in the lending and loans program, which has benefited some other banks. Number 2 is my humble request for the completion of the ongoing process of the new partnership agreement between EU and OCP. And I'm requesting this because my government needs to know the new framework of the cooperation so that we get prepared. So I would like to see the agreement signed and my government get ready for the new cooperation under the new framework. And number 3, just looking for the possibilities of adding Mwanza Airport in the Airport and Roads project. Because Mwanza is becoming a hub of the ICGLR zone. Yeah, so being a hub, we need an international airport, also other infrastructure facilities that could be able to accommodate the neighbors to come to the hub and get the services they want. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I want to reaffirm the commitment of the government of the United Republic of Tanzania to continue working closely with the AU for the mutual benefits. And finally, I wish to reassure that the funded programs shall be implemented with diligence and effectiveness. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for this offer. Thank you.
Yeah.